Hi guys, here with your English lesson for today. So we're going to start planning our own non-chronological report about the Vikings. So we've had a look at a report that we've done about the Anglo-Saxons. We're going to move on in here because we know that the Vikings followed the Anglo-Saxons from our history lessons. So we're going to use that knowledge and we're going to use the Vikings as the basis for what our next non-chronological report is. So today we're going to look at planning it. Before we get started with our plan, we're going to have a look at what word classes are. So all words belong to categories called word classes or parts of speech. And according to the part they play in a sentence. So the main word clauses in English are verbs, conjunction, noun, adverb, adjective, pronoun, determiner, and preposition. So today we'll have a quick look at each of these and go into some more detail over the rest of our week. So a noun is a word that identifies a person, place, thing, idea, or quality, such as woman, dog, building, London, truth, birth. So the example sentence we've got underneath it. So in yellow, those are the nouns that we've used in that sentence. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. Next, we've got adjectives. So an adjective is a word that describes a noun, such as red, bad, giant, hairy, shy. Our example sentence down below, so we've used green this time, that highlights the adjective that we've used. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. Next, we've got verbs. So they're a word that describes what a person or thing does, such as run, hit, rain, be, seem, become, and grow. So our sample sentence or example underneath with our verbs in red. Though he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. Our adverb. So this is a word that gives more information about a verb, an adjective or another adverb, such as lazily, easily, abroad, very. So going back to our sentence in this one in blue, we've got our adverb. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. So quickly being the adverb sentence, because it's describing how he's run into his room. A preposition, a word that describes the position of something, the time it happened, or the way it is done, such as under, between, on, after, or by. So back to our sentence. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. So our preposition here is into. Conjunction. So it's a word that connects phrases or sentences, such as and, because, but, for, if, or. So in our sentence here, we've got it in grey, very first word. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. Pronouns and determiners. So a pronoun that is used in place of a noun, so that is a specific person or thing, such as she, him, mine, we, I, us, me, herself. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. So those are our pronouns there. They describe the person. So we might have, in the text preceding this sentence, we might have been told what the boy's name was. And instead of repeating the name over and over and over and over again, we can use he and his, and use the other pronouns as well. Our determiner, a word that introduces a noun, such as an, a, every, this, those, the. Although he was tired, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. So our two determiners are in there, are the for the young boy and a for the book. So putting it all together, we can see we've got a lovely rainbow sentence here. So that is how it all goes together. So our conjunction comes first, although. Got pronoun, he, the verb, was tired. A determiner, the, so we know it's definitely the boy we're talking about. The adjective there, young. The noun, boy. Verbs again, ran, so we know that's a verb. Quickly is the adverb, so it describes how he's run. Into, that's our preposition. His, another pronoun there. Noun again, bedroom, to read, another verb. A, so we've got a determiner, and book. So this is how they go together to create our sentences. So every word in this sentence has got a specific purpose there, and it's got a role to play in that sentence. And if you take bits of them out, so for example, if you took out tired, for example, although he was, the young boy ran quickly into his bedroom to read a book. The sentence doesn't quite make sense anymore. If we maybe took the pronouns out, for example, he and his, although was tired, the young boy ran quickly into bedroom to read a book. So again, this sentence doesn't make sense because we've taken out those important parts. So when we're writing our sentence, we put these all together and they produce our wonderful writing. So just to get your thinking about how these words work together and what the names of them are, I said at the beginning, we're going to be looking at these in more detail as we go forward. So moving on to our main task, we're going to plan our first two information paragraphs, and you need to start thinking about what are your paragraphs going to be talking about? What's the subheading going to be? What are the key facts? What are you going to tell the reader? What's your topic sentence going to be? So you're going to need to do some research. So you can use what we've done in our history sessions. You can use what's available on the internet. You might even have the Horrible Histories book about the Vikings, which you can use the information from there from. Just remember, this is just your plan. So it only needs to be in note form. It doesn't need to be written in full sentences. It can just be a few key points and a few key ideas for each of your paragraphs. So our plan overall, this is what we're going for. We're going to have 4 information paragraphs. We're going to have a title, we're going to have an introduction. We're going to have a picture with a caption, fact box, and then a final paragraph. But this is quite a lot to do in one go. So we're just going to focus on this tiny part over here. This is your task for today. We're going to think about what we need in each of those paragraphs. You'll need a subheading to tell the reader what the subject of each paragraph is. So this is useful in helping the reader find the information on the page. The topic sentences. The sentence of the information paragraph tells the reader what that paragraph is going to explain in more detail. So it might be that you've decided that you're going to do one on a Viking longship, and you might have found some really great information about how they built them. So that would be your topic sentence. So your subheading would be Viking longships. Your topic sentence, we're going to talk, this is going to explain how the Vikings built their ships, made sure they were waterproof and strong enough to survive the journey across the sea. That will give you your opening sentence, your topic sentence for that paragraph, and then it gives you the space to fill all the gaps in, explain how they cut the trees down, they cut the planks out of the trees, how they jointed all the wood together to keep it waterproof. You can bring all of that in. So the information paragraph, these are the core parts of a non-chronological report. They give detailed information. These paragraphs should be able to be read in any order, and they're not linked to a specific order. It should be a case of your introduction will tell the reader what your report's about. And your reader can think, I'm not really interested in that, but I do want to find out more about Viking longships. And you can go and look at that particular paragraph. So rather than having to read through the whole thing to find what you're looking for, you can go straight to the source of the information. So if you think our model text, we were talking about slaves in our introduction. So if someone wanted to go and find out more information about the slaves, they could go to that paragraph and the report will still make sense. So make sure that you keep your paragraphs to a topic and make sure they're really clear and that's all they're about. So this is our report. This is what we're going to fill out by the end of the week. So as we said, just focus on paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 today. Get those together and we'll go through the next parts in our next session. As always, stay safe and we'll see you again soon.